I'm doing the crossword when they call to tell me I'm dead. It's September, and it's no surprise. Every week, another absence, another rumor, another scare. My hair is dyed, my eyebrows plucked into interrogatory arches. I practice occasionally with the other set of dentures. I listen to oral arguments over knitting in the evenings. I stay home. It isn't any bother. Looking good, the agent says when I open the door. Hot date? He helps me pack my bags before we do the walkthrough, noting anything I want to keep. There isn't much. The second knock comes around 8 p.m., the earliest the car could arrive in full darkness, the latest the long box might be explained as a furniture delivery. The first agent answers the door to the second while I remain at the kitchen table, drinking tea. I watch the pair of them whisk the box up the stairs in the reflection in the oven window. Mere moments. She can't weigh much. I don't, by now. I finish the tea and set the mug down by the sink, then follow the agents to the bedroom. I stand for a moment on the landing to catch my breath before calling up. Can I see her? In the doorway, I see them exchange glances, but I imagine they have anticipated this. Certainly, they have anticipated everything else. She is in my bed with the blankets pulled back, the minor disarray of a reluctant discovery to be feigned the next morning. She wears a careful replica of my locket necklace on my nightshirt, I suppose to spare us both the indignity of undressing her body in my house. A courteous detail. She looks very small. I take her hand from where it rests against my pillow. I'm not a sentimental person. I couldn't be for this, but still my heart leaps at the touch. It's true what they say, that a corpse goes cold as marble. I picture her in vaunted halls. Ruth, I say. An honor. Have you seen a dead person before? The agent is an action man. He cannot bear the long silence in the yellow lamplight, but his voice is not unkind. Many, I tell him. I have been to many funerals. I have been to all the funerals, in fact, to the funeral of anyone who might ever once have missed me. That's why I was chosen, and that's why I said yes. The agent might or might not have slipped something in my tea. The night fades to a gentle swaying, a cascade of shadows. I awake to afternoon light in a strange bed. Only an expression. I know it well enough. I have seen the room in photographs many times, studied how to fold the quilt, where to set her glasses, which windows open and which are stuck shut with flaking paint. When I descend to the kitchen, I know where to find the mugs. Good morning, Ruth, says the agent. How are you feeling? Per the arrangement, I only nod. Take the weekend. Get comfortable in the house, he continues. On Monday morning, we'll send the clerk. Ginsburg's latest diagnosis is cancer of the throat. Supreme Court shortlist Stokes record fundraising left and right. Mute, defiant Ginsburg vows, I will serve until my last breath. She canceled speaking events long ago and had already been housebound for months. The pandemic means most obligations are virtual. The politics mean all are slow. I need do very little but exist. Persist in existing. Much is expected and done in writing, but I need have no part in that. When I must appear on screen, the light is so low and my gestures so practiced over hours in front of long mirrors and the agents that even magnified behind the enormous glasses, they give no one any pause. When addressed, I write briefly in a notepad to which the clerk pretends to refer before answering on my behalf. She's middle-aged, demure, forgettable. She neither looks me in the eye nor seems ill at ease. I have no evidence to indicate she is the originator of the plan, but feel certain of this somehow, nonetheless. Besides the two agents and the clerk, I imagine there must be at least one doctor, perhaps some sort of embalmer or mortician. Some or all of the family. I will not meet them. It's not that they didn't want to, the agent told me once early on. I doubt this is the case. Aileen Ginsburg holds the line in latest Sally against Roe. Polls show widening lead for Democratic challenger. Election predictions. Unprecedented turnout, and a winner named by the court. I dream I'm climbing the stairs in my old house again, stepping past the agents at my bedroom door. When I pull back the covers, it isn't Ruth, but my old friend B, her freckled nose, her rouged lips. Who would believe me, she had protested over malts. It would kill my mother. It would kill B, of course, instead, and they'd call it a failed appendectomy. That boy was at a campus memorial a week later, crying crocodile tears. Certainly I'd thought of B when the agents first approached me, of what might have been. I never asked the agents, but one has to assume they knew somehow. Certainly they knew everything else. But it was long ago. She and all the others are gone, and I long for quiet somewhere warm, for a dignified solitude. In 5-4 vote, Supreme Court upholds presidential result. Red County's royal. Shootings, arson reported as feds confront incensed militia. Unprecedented crowds, security at euphoric inauguration. They swap us back 5 weeks after the swearing in. The earliest a death would raise no questions, the latest the ruse would hold. The second exchange is swifter, completed in silence. It was not too long to preserve a body, they've told me, but I prefer not to think of it. I don't ask to see her again. I ride in the back of a windowless van. My agent, the garrulous man, does not speak except to apologize for the hardback seats. In the pan of a streetlight across his rearview mirror, I see that he is crying, and I begin again to suspect, as I did at the beginning, that I, too, have been subject to a great deception. Whatever assurance was given, I always understood it would be simpler to hide a civilian accomplice dead than alive. I reason, as I did at the outset, that there are many worse ways to go. Most of us die slowly, having done nothing of any use. Better this, quick and clean, than wasting away down a long hallway. Better this death than B's. I hold on to this thought as the van rattles through the darkness, grasp it firmly again as we pull onto an empty airstrip in the woods. I see the plane only when it turns from the mouth of a small, low hangar and the moonlight catches its wing. I think idly of an egret at night, of a long ago lake summer. As the agent leads me to the door, I notice the suitcases I packed months ago, stacked and fastened down behind my seat. I allow myself then, for a moment, to believe. If they were going to kill me, would they bother with my luggage? I watch my second funeral on satellite television, the commentary muffled by the sound of the waves and gulls from the open door. The camera pans security fencing and rows of women, their RBG t-shirts, their lipstick and tears. Some are beautiful and some are not. They clutch cell phones and posters. Some of them, each other's hands.